let's do it. You got my drink? I think we're live. It says you're live. We're live. Anybody here? Yes. Anyway, we went to the zoo today because it was Major's birthday.
Nice.
And most of the like lizard-ish animals, like the tortoises and the alligator and the I don't know, those types of animals were away because it's winter. Also, like the bird exhibit is like you can't go in and feed the birds because it's too cold outside, I guess. It was only like 63 today, so I don't know at what temperature they bring the birds in, but it said in for the winter. So usually what we do is we take them in there and you pay $5 and you get this little stick, and the stick has like a bunch of like little seeds, like not glued, but I guess like, I don't know, they like dip it in something and then like put it in the bird feed, and you can hold this little popsicle stick and like a bunch of these little parakeets and stuff will just like land on the stick and land on your hand, and we usually take Major through that. But it was closed today, so we got to see everything else, and the lions were on fire. They were like roaring and like not running around, but like walking like back and forth and like coming up to the glass and stuff. So it was pretty cool. The giraffes were super lame today. So, but that's like his favorite thing. He like loves to feed the giraffes.
Yeah, and they just weren't having it.
There was one. Well, the thing is, they have one male and like 3 females, and so like the male doesn't give a shit. If you're gonna feed him some lettuce, he's like, nah, it's okay, dude. I don't want that right now. I get better food in the back, right? And the females are like, let me get that. And so when there's the 3 females are out, like they'll come up and like just take the lettuce right out of your hand. They're like right in your face. But today we got the male, and he was just standing in the corner like an asshole. Anyway, that was our zoo trip today because it was his birthday, so he's 2, and then we came home and played with some Hot Wheels. It was a pretty good time today. We had some pizza and some cheesecake. This dude he just turned 2 today. He requested cheesecake for his birthday.
He wanted cheesecake?
He wanted cheesecake, dude.
That's awesome.
Hilarious. Super funny. But we got people in chat. Automotive Guy, what is up, sir? Trenton Smith, Alex Blair, Soreguts. It's a funny name. Psycho, what's going on, man? Madman is here. I Play Funky Friday is here. Abdullah is here. And Nick Bates is here. Followed the guide, got myself a 1.26 million points this summit. Let's go, dude. Nick Bates, that's probably good for platinum this week, I think. It doesn't seem like we're getting a ton of participation on this first day. I think the overall morale around Motorfest right now is a little bit low, but we are literally 1 week away from the Hoonigan update, so we'll have some fresh content, I believe, to play. Obviously this is like their first big like content update, so there's going to be some like bug fixes and changes and all kinds of different things, and they just put out an article today detailing some of those changes. They didn't talk about content though. It was literally just like quality of life stuff.
But yeah, the quality of life improvements, I think that's the name of the article.
So I don't know if you guys saw that today, but it was I think we'll go over it because there is a lot of good stuff in there. I need to move it over to this side so I can actually see it. Anyway, there was, I don't know about you, but my general impression of this article is that they're like, we hear you and we're working on it, but it doesn't the article didn't like throw the bangers at you like, we're fixing this and we're fixing this and we're fixing this. No, it was just like, we're aware of this and we're working on it. That's kind of how it was. It was like, we have a long-term approach with the game, so we're trying to fix it.
Which is the things that they did come out with a few things that they did fix. like stating exactly what it is that they fixed, and I think that they're all really good things.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, starting with uh the what they call the replayers, which are the ghost cars. They basically said, we heard you loud and clear. We're going to give you the ability to toggle replayers, also known as ghost cars, on or off in season 2.
Yep, that is huge.
It's huge, dude. And that is, from what I understand, that's the free roam ghost cars.
Yeah, it's the free roam cars, the ones that you've had a problem with since the game came out.
Dude, I I can't, dude. I can't with those cars. It just confuses traffic when you're doing anything. And so I'm super happy that they turned that off, or they give you the ability to turn it on or off, which is nice.
Yeah, it's I think that's a huge W there. Makes just driving around the map and stuff a lot nicer.
Yeah. Ooh, Nick Bates says the custom show is fixed, so I'm gonna have to go in tonight and
yeah, same. Nice.
Register up, dude. Get my 3 likes and my platinum. Whereas everybody in chat somehow gets like 5, 6 likes and still doesn't get platinum, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens. It's obviously like platform specific, I guess.
Yeah, it must be. Also, do they fix the Kara assist when she just doesn't stop yapping?
Oh yeah,
you have the ability to just turn the guidance off where she's talking, hey, go over here and do this.
Yeah.
Turn off the playlist introductions and just any of the extra voice lines, like, which I think is huge for because what you had to do before that was go in and turn off. There was just like one volume slider for it.
Right.
You just mute like all of it.
Right. And now you have like a little bit of like you know, a little bit more choice. You can switch off certain things, which is nice. I definitely like that. That's a W for sure.
It's a good one.
And oh my god, this might be the biggest W of them all.
Yeah, I agree.
They are allowing us to switch full sets of parts between cars. You can just take the entire set of parts from one car and slap it onto another car instead of having to do one part one at a time. Absolute W. I don't know why this wasn't in the game at the beginning. It should have been. It's in the Crew 2 currently, and it took them years to add it to the Crew 2. But they've got it here with this first update, and that is awesome. Very awesome.
Yeah, so good. Something they needed.
Yeah. And, I just wish they would take it one step further. Like, okay, now we can switch full sets of parts, but I want like an inventory management system. I want to have like the ability to, I don't know if you remember this app, but there was that app that we used on Destiny where you could create loadouts essentially, right? Specific gear sets, and you could just swap the whole gear set onto your character. I want to be able to do that with the cars, no matter where that gear set is or that those cars are, those parts are, no matter what car it's on. I just want to be able to go in and be like, nitrochemist set, boom, and it just switches all my nitrochemist parts onto that car.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I want to be able to tag the sets. Anyway, I'll accept this very small step, but a big step actually. I like
and
it.
Also in the little preview for it, they are displaying the Hoonicorn, which is sick.
Yep, Hoonicorn confirmed.
Like, Psycho says the G's on the Hoonicorn. That is pretty sick.
Yeah.
What are the G's on it? What are they looking like? Wait for it to swap back. I can't see it.
You can't see it. Oh, there it is. Wait.
Oh, wait.
128.
Is it there? 128.
In drift though, it's a drift car.
Yeah, it looks like it's a drift car because they're swapping the parts onto
that
the
might
drift
be
car,
really good for drift racing in the grand races though.
Yeah, that's true. It might be pretty sick.
Demonic Sniper actually just got kicked to the dashboard for the second time tonight, trying to register for the custom show. So maybe they fixed it, but like didn't fix it for everyone. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd like to have a sound sample for engine vanities so we don't have to back completely out of the menus to listen to them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I agree.
that would be a nice quality of life for sure. Is just to be able to hear the engines
Mhm.
when you scroll over them in the menu would be great. That would be great.
Yep.
They have completely reworked what they call the reward flow, meaning at the end of the race, you've got the way that the rewards are presented to you. They've changed that. So now they're listing things vertically, and then they put all of the parts sort of at the bottom. So it'll give you like a tally, like here's your XP that you gained, here's your money that you gained, here's your what is it
Your
called? Your
bonuses.
bonuses, and then at the bottom it'll give you a display of all the parts that you earned for that event.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna
Yeah.
do with things like Groundworks, where we get like 28 parts with Loot Digger. Because 28 parts is not gonna fit in that little space, but we will see, I
You'll
guess.
you'll have to figure it out. I don't know. But I like that change. I think it's nice. It gets the ending, faster because before you're just spamming A trying to skip through everything.
Yes. Yes.
So now it'll just kind of display everything at once. That's nice.
Yep. Yeah, I'm all for it. Dude, you remember reporting a livery and having it just disappear?
Yes. Yeah, if you were to report a livery, it just disappears instantly.
Yeah, one report and it's gone.
Yep. And we've had people in some of the summit streams and stuff talk about how their liveries got taken away because somebody reported it and it just is gone too. So
Yep. Which is
But-
super unfortunate for the custom show, right? I mean, let's say you put a dope livery on your custom show car and someone goes in and reports your livery, and then all of a sudden your custom car is no longer custom.
Mm-hmm.
But they're fixing
So,
that apparently.
Yeah. It says they changed the rules and moderation to create a fair system. As an example, we have reviewed the criteria for liveries to be deleted. We're also going to be bringing a confirmation pop-up to players in the livery menu to avoid accidental reporting.
That's smart. So it's more than one
Yeah.
button.
And they said they'll release more changes in the patch notes
Gotcha.
when it goes live.
Gotcha. And the next thing they addressed is the macros / cheating. And to be honest, they did not fix one single thing earlier. I mean, they say in this that we've already addressed some of the issues with the latest update on October 25th. That is not true. They did not. Now, maybe on the back end, if they're looking at the statistics, there are less people using macros, maybe. But that's maybe due to the fact that those people already used it and got all the money and all the cars and everything they wanted, and they didn't need to do it a second month in a row. So
That's
maybe that's the reason. But they did not. What they did made it more difficult for regular people to grind for parts, and they made it the same for the people who want to grind using the macros for XP. It's just ridiculous. They need to figure this out. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it says in season 2 we'll be adding extra modifications linked to rewind and accessibility options. We're also working on long-term changes to better control the experience to avoid activities that can be too repetitive, but also allow to gain experience and bucks in the long run. And they want to improve the global experience of these activities for all players to create a more balanced one. Now, I'm all for creating a more balanced experience, but they can't just put measures in place that make it so you can't rewind. Because yes, it was cheesy to go through an escape and rewind and do the escape again and rewind. But if people are literally willing to sit at their desk or their couch or wherever they are and hold their controller and rewind and do the same thing for hours on end just so they can get the parts, just so they can play your game, you kind of have to not mess with that because they're actually physically doing it. Now, the issue is, how do you detect a macro? Like, isn't just a macro just keystrokes? Like, you can't, how do you detect that? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's way above my pay grade. Anyways, they did not, I just wanted to say that they did not address the issues. They just made it harder for us regular players to grind.
Yeah.
That rubs me the wrong way. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. Then they went on to mention that they have tech limitations allowing crossplay on free roam. So as we know, it's more like crossplay, like matchmaking.
Yeah.
Like you can't have your friends on, PC and Xbox in the same party, but you can play like grand races with people on every platform. That's due to tech limitations. And for the time being, they're not looking to add this feature in free ride. So there will not be actual crossplay in the game.
Yep. So that was basically just
They just came out and said it.
they're like, we're not going to be adding crossplay to this
Not
game.
doing that. And they're blaming it on tech limitations.
So basically, I feel like that's code for we decided to support PS4 and Xbox One, and because of that, we can't offer crossplay. That's honestly what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I think so.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating because you're holding back a game that should be in the current century. Like crossplay is so widespread now. I mean, it didn't used to be, but as of the last, I would say 3 years ish, or 3 years plus, like almost all multiplayer ish games are using that as a selling feature for their games.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is what it is. We're not getting crossplay, guys. We're getting cross match made PvP. That's what we got.
Yep. And it's sticking that way. They're not changing it.
They're not changing it. Demonic Sniper says, "Hey Militia, do you have issues with steering suddenly not working while racing? It's my biggest problem with the game." Nope, I have not had that issue. Demonic, what platform are you on? Because I'm wondering if that's a product of tech limitations.
Yeah,
but Madman says
I haven't experienced that either, though.
Yeah, Madman says his alpha keeps locking up in turns sometimes.
That's weird.
So
I
I'm
have
not sure.
Experienced that yet, and I don't wish to. So
dude, someone sent me a clip. What was it, yesterday or the day before? It sent me a clip of what they claim to happen in every single grand race, and that is their game freezes and can't load the world for maybe 3 to 4 seconds. And when it comes back, the distance that their car would have traveled, it actually did travel that distance, and they are somewhere random on the track, like ahead of where they were when it froze. He's like, it happens every grand race.
Well, Luis or Luigi, he had that problem. He's on a PlayStation.
Yep.
And he had the problem where at the start of the grand race, the 3, 2, 1 countdown, when it would go, his countdown would never start. So he was always just stopped AFK at the starting line while everybody else took off. So, and I don't know why I never thought of that. That's probably what a lot of the people that are AFK at the beginning of the grand races.
It's not that they're AFK.
They might just be on PlayStation.
Yeah, Jesus, dude. Yeah, look, Rashi in chat says every single grand race his freezes like that. So that the player that sent it to me was on PS4.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation issue.
So it might be a PlayStation 4 issue, or a PlayStation issue in general.
Yeah, I think Luigi's on 5, but I don't know.
Gary Swan says multiplayer games need to stop supporting last gen. It keeps so many features from being possible. I agree. I think
it's moving that way. I think games are. I mean, they kind of have been. The last few big games that came out weren't supporting it, and then this was, an oddball where they're like, "Hey, we're doing it. Yeah. We're doing the thing."
Yeah, but I think this was a mistake that was maybe spearheaded by their marketing team. Like, I feel like the marketing team really made some miscalculations with how they were selling this game. They wanted to sell it as PS4, Xbox One, because really no other racing games in the category were doing that, and they are the Forza Horizon of PlayStation, right? This is the only game like Forza Horizon that you can get on PlayStation. So I think they really wanted to support that. They knew that a large portion of the PlayStation players are still on PS4, but I think it really limited the development of the game. It just didn't. They just cut out features for the higher end consoles and the PC players. Like, why are we locked at 60 frames per second on a PC? And side note, I don't even get 60 frames. Like, I have a good PC. I don't get 60 frames. It hovers in the high 40s. Sometimes I'll be in the 50s. Sometimes it'll be 60, but I get crazy FPS issues. Like, it jumps all around. My environment is crazy. It looks terrible. I mean, that's I got a comment the other day on one of my videos that was like, hey, you should export this in 60 frames as opposed to 24 or whatever. He thought I was exporting the videos in 24. I'm like, no, everything exports in 4K 60, but my recordings are bad because the game doesn't run that well. So anyway, I just went off on a huge tangent. The point being, I feel like their marketing team is responsible for a lot of these mistakes. They also pitched the crossplay idea, and they basically lied. I mean, they didn't lie because that would be false advertisement, but they kind of bent the truth a little bit for a marketing angle. Say, hey, we've got crossplay, but it's not really crossplay. It's just cross match make. Anyway, there's a little bit of that in there, but we don't. Disclaimer: I don't know anyone at Ivory Tower, so I can't really. This is all speculation. Just disclaimer. All right.
I got lucky with my game. I run 60 frames like the whole time. You've had issues since day one, but
since day one,
I got lucky.
Yeah. There is a difference between our PCs, not the PCs, but the monitors. You're running a 1080, and right, you're running a 1080, or you're a 1440.
I'm on 1080.
Yeah, you're on 1080, and I'm playing 4K. So I feel like that difference is what's causing the FPS issues. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyways,
I was reading the comments here. Roshi said, I disagree. I have no interest in new gen, and neither do a lot of people. I will play PS4 as long as it's supported.
I'm just curious why you don't have any interest. Like, it's not that it's any different. PS5 is like basically the same ecosystem with the same games. All the games that you have on PS4, you can play those on PS5, I believe.
It's just better performance.
It's just better performance. So why wouldn't you be interested in that? Yeah.
Yeah, I read that and it caught me off guard. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
The games are going to run and look way better than they do now.
Biggs wants his money back. He said we need to sign a petition to get our money back. I don't think the game is bad. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
I don't think James Puga is the guy in chat. He's the guy that sent me the clips of freezing every grand race. Yeah, I don't think the game is that bad. I think I actually really enjoy the game, and to be honest with you, coming from a Need for Speed perspective, because I've played a lot of Need for Speed over the last 5 years, I actually really love the game. I just want it to be better. I want it to be, I mean, I don't know. I just got spoiled really easily. That's all it was. I want it to be better. Yeah. That's all. And it's easy to point out.
Said cost. Sorry.
Cost.
Just caught my eye.
Yeah.
Cost. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought you meant like just in general, like I don't care about that.
Yeah, but, that makes 100% sense. You gotta do what's right for you and your budget. But I think there's a lot of players like Roshi that are out there that are super stoked that it was offered on last gen. The issue is it just really doesn't run that well on last gen. Like it just, I've heard of way too many stories of it being really frustrating to play. So I don't know. Demonic Sniper says, are they going to do anything about these false time cheaters on the summits? Demonic, I did a video on this not too long ago. The summit times are not cheaters. I explained that in the video, but basically it's a glitch that's happening on Xbox, specifically Xbox players, where it loads you into the race with the wrong car, and then when you complete that race in the summit, whatever that race was, that time gets recorded on the race for that car, not the race that you just did. and so the times are like way shorter than what's even possible on those tracks. It's a complete blunder on the technical side, and I think that a lot of players are getting sort of accused of cheating. They're not actually cheating. It's just it's uncontrollable. They click load into the summit event, and then they all of a sudden are doing the event with the wrong car, and they're like, what the heck was that about? And they come back, and all of a sudden they have a crazy fast time. They're number one on the leaderboard, and they have no idea how that happened. So yeah, it's not a cheater. They're not cheaters. It's definitely just it's glitching for some reason.
Yeah.
Someone asked earlier if they're going to maybe I'm wrong. Hold on, let me scroll up. Automotive guy says, can you compare your run against my run on the Escape with the F1 RB18? What was your distance on that, automotive guy? Do you know? Also, to go back to this, we left off on what, crossplay. Let's talk about long-term progression of the game.
Oh yes.
It says, while we love long-term progression in our game, we don't want to make it too long for our players. We've looked at the data and we've decided to make some minor changes to the loot experience in Season 2. So what they're saying is they're actually going to be shortening it and probably handing out legendaries a little bit more often. Yeah. But these changes won't be the only ones, and we intend to apply updates to the system to have a more balanced experience for the next seasons to come. For more details on these changes, please check the patch notes when they come out next week. So they're basically just saying, we understand that the grind is a little bit too long. I think they're going to make a change for Season 2. At least that's what it says. And then I think they're going to continue to monitor it. That's what they're saying to me. They're just going to keep watching it, right?
Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, that's good, because if they do end up giving you more legendary parts, it's going to be nice.
Definitely.
They want it to be long term, but they don't want it to be too long.
Exactly.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
They even they address the traffic and summit feats, which is huge. Let's see, they said, we believe that the experience of our game is linked to its live aspect, and traffic is a part of it, even if it can bring unpredictability. While the changes coming to replayer cars or ghost cars in Freeride aren't aimed at modifying the experience in Feats, they will help tune down the perception of traffic. Okay, never mind. It's not huge. They're just saying, deal with it. There's traffic in Feats and the summit. Deal with it. That's what they said.
Dude, is this not exactly what I just said last night on the stream? Someone asked about traffic in the Feats, and I said, there's no way they're getting rid of it. But they did. What they did say, though, is they went back and said, hey, we are allowing you to get rid of the ghost cars so that the traffic that you do have is much more visible. Like if you turn ghost cars off, then it's clear which cars you're supposed to avoid, and thus that should make you a little bit easier to do the feats. But they basically raised the middle finger, like, nah, dude, we designed it this way. It's part of the environment, and you got to figure it out.
Yeah. They're like, yep, just deal with it, dude.
Can I, if I'm being honest, and I know it's probably gonna make some people mad because everybody's been crying about traffic and feats, I like it that way. I'm okay with it. Yes, the traffic sucks sometimes, but that's the whole point. Like, there's like, it's like a, I don't know. It's like, is it even difficult to win Mario if you don't have to face the fire that comes out of Bowser's mouth at the end? Like, it's part of the design of the level, right? It's part of the design. Like, that's just the way it's supposed to be, man. There's traffic. It wouldn't be a challenge to escape this red circle if you just had to drive on roads. Like, that's not a challenge. The traffic is part of it.
I agree. It is annoying, but I don't want them to get rid of it, but maybe just tune it down a tiny bit, because it gets to the point. It seems like it spawns in like proximity. Yes. So the longer you're in the area, the more people or the more traffic is going to be there.
Yes.
So by the time you're retrying it, like you missed a checkpoint or something, so you retry it, and then your next run, it's like every freaking checkpoint you're trying to swerve around, there's a car right next to it. So that kind of sucks.
The worst one, though,
but is, I do agree that the traffic's good.
Yeah, the worst one is The slaloms. The slaloms are by far the worst. The escapes are fine because you
Yeah,
can kind of figure it out and get around them. And, you know, even if you bump a traffic car, it's not like that. It's not, unless it like completely crashes you, which sometimes it does. It's not the biggest deal, right? You can kind of like bounce off a traffic car, keep going. It's not a big deal. You can still get a decent score. But the slaloms are so bad, dude, because they're on like 2-lane roads. You know, 1 lane this way, 1 lane this way, and then you have traffic going both ways. And you're like, how am I supposed to go on that side of the flag? I have to go all the way into the dirt in order to get on this. It doesn't make sense. So in that way, the traffic sucks. I will agree
yeah,
there. Well, I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit there and say that traffic does suck. But
that traffic does
aside
suck.
from that, it's like, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. Someone said in chat, I think it was Phantoms. Let's see. Do you know if there's gonna be an FPS patch on the Series S? Man, I can't even get that out. His runs at 30 frames a second, drops below that during the grand races. I don't know is the answer to that, but at the same time, we are getting new patch notes next week. So probably Tuesday of next week, we'll have some patch notes that come out. That's also the date that the content embargo is up. So you're going to see content creators like me and a few others drop a bunch of information on Tuesday. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't know if they're gonna do it. I really hope they do address the FPSs because, like I said earlier, it's a problem for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Car games nowadays only study people that like racing, nothing for people that like to cruise and car meets, or for people that like to drag race or good drift physics. Or drift physics always have a problem. Biggs, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, there is. I feel like Need for Speed is that game that's a little bit more chill.
Well, they're
I don't know.
selling racing games. I think is what's going on. There's not just like a. Well, actually, coming out is Oh my god, I can't think of the name
Test
of
Drive
it.
Unlimited.
Test Drive Unlimited. That's the game you're looking for right
That's
there.
exactly the game
But
you're looking for, Biggs.
all the games that are out right now, Biggs, they're all racing games. So that's kind of what they're focused on. But Test Drive Unlimited's coming out, and that thing's all about hopping in a car, cruising down the roads with, full immersed, using your turn signals,
Yes.
everything. And then there's a racing aspect to it.
Right. Yeah, that Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown seems like it's going to be much more of a car enthusiast game that features racing rather than
Yeah.
a racing game for car enthusiasts.
Yep, that's the vibe it gives me too. I actually am excited for it to come out because I haven't really. I mean, there's not really other games other than the old test drives that are kind of like that. So I'm excited to kind of hop into that and see how that goes.
Yeah, same. Same, dude. I don't know if people were upset at the gameplay, I feel like, the other day. I didn't get the chance to see it yet. I've been like, my head's been down focusing on this content, but people
Was there
been
new
upset.
gameplay?
Yeah, I think they released some gameplay the other day, and in general, it seemed like the vibe of the community was that everybody was upset about it.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't know.
What else did I miss here? Gary Swan, I mentioned that in Discord today. Wish they would add a Need for Speed Hot Pursuit game mode where a few cops try to take out grand racers before they finish. That would be cool, Gary, but I think that would violate their licensing agreements with all of these car brands. It's a big thing in like the PR department for these car companies. This is why Need for Speed really struggles to get car brands on board. Because they essentially, the game is, I mean, it's not, but the PR look at it is that it's like promoting street racing and illegal activity, and the car brands don't want to be associated with that. So that's a big issue for them. I don't think you'll ever see it. That's why when they did add cops in the crew too, we were the cops and we were being the good guys and we were taking down the vandals.
Yep. And that's why there's no Toyota in Need for Speed games, and Motorfest got the Toyota license, so yeah, probably won't be getting chased by cops.
Definitely not. Sorry, I had to grab something for Mr. James Puga.
Okay.
Yeah, he asked me a question, and I just have this to show you. This is the last couple of ones that I bought from the Dollar Tree. I do. The answer is that I do not collect Hot Wheels, but at the same time, I do collect Hot Wheels. Like if I see really dope ones at the dollar store, I'll just pick them up because I'm like, oh shit, this is JDM cars. I'm grabbing them, dude. So I have a lot. I have a lot of Hot Wheels, but I'm not organized at all. They're just sitting in a box under my desk, and they're just sitting here. So yes and no.
I have one on my PC.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's the Hakasuka. I think I have the silver version of that somewhere. Anyway.
Keep it on my monitor. Thing's sick.
Anyway, yes. Demonic Snipers has been waiting more than 10 years for a new test drive. You might have to wait a couple more, man. I don't know how close they are to finishing that game.
Yeah, that's true.
Raj says, I wish I had some Barks too, but it's always expensive at the stores. It is, dude. It's because it's a Coca-Cola product, dude. But cheers to Rashi for going out and getting some Barks, or wanting to at least.
Yup.
Okay. Where'd we leave off?
We are on the last one, PvP.
All right.
I think.
PvP. Regarding PvP, today we're focusing on improving the quality of the existing experience before adding new layers to it. That is code for we're not going to be adding any new PvP stuff. We're only going to be working on the grand races and I guess demolition, because that's technically a PvP mode.
Yeah.
And that means don't count on new PvP for the next 2 updates. I'm telling you right now, we're not getting anything in season 2 or 3 PvP wise. For the grand race, they're going to be adding new paths in season 2, as well as an anti-AFK mode, which we just talked about, dude. I don't know how many people are actually AFK or if they just paused. Imagine
on PlayStation.
Imagine just being in the game, like on PS4, getting ready to go, not getting a countdown, sitting at the line, and then getting kicked.
You just get kicked out, dude. Like,
you can't even play. That'd be hilarious. And we'd like to go further in our next seasons. We can't wait for you all to jump into season 2 on December 6th. In the meantime, patch notes will be available for you next week, along with the content overview article to go over everything coming your way. So basically, they're just saying, don't get excited. We're just adding new paths to the grand races. That's it.
Yeah, they are saying they're focusing on improving the quality of the existing experience. So hopefully that means, they're going to figure out something to make the grand races more enjoyable, or, the quality of it, whether that's fixing a little bit of net-code, maybe doing something about like a little bit of ghosting or something here and there. I
mean, I feel like ghosting at the first 10 to 15 seconds will be great.
Yeah, or if they can figure out something like Forza, like a crash ghost.
Oh, dude, if they could figure that out.
They do that in Forza. Like if you crash into the wall, you're ghosted, so the rest of the cars don't. I think that's more important than the
than at the beginning of the race.
Than at the beginning, yeah. If somebody's dive bombing walls, why do I gotta die?
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. New paths is gonna be nice though.
Schmuck
Everybody already knows the routes and everything to the current ones.
Yes. Schmuck World says, what about players disappearing online and crews lagging out all the time? It's still happening even after they quote unquote fixed it. They haven't said anything in this article. I am looking forward to all the patch notes. I am also looking forward to sort of testing some of this stuff this next week, just to see what's going on. I think the bottom line is, now I feel like we've been a little critical on this article today. I certainly have. And it's because I want them to fix everything right now, because I'm a spoiled child, right? I want it all right now. I want you to fix all of it and add all of the content in the whole world. Anyway, no, I do feel like in general, what they're saying with this article is that they definitely hear all of the complaints. They hear all the feedback, and they are working on all of it. And I think because some of their team is still working on the Crew 2 stuff, I think it's going to take them a lot longer to implement a lot of these changes. It's the reason why they're not adding new PvP modes. They're just going to work on the existing one. You know, it's the reason they're like, you know, we're not going to change traffic and feats. Like it is part of the game. We don't need to change it. It's the reason they're saying we're not going to do crossplay. They're just like, we're not, there's technical limitations. We're not doing it. So there's a lot of that in this article, but I think in general, they're like, we're working on stuff. So it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the stuff that they mentioned though. Like their main highlighted things, like the ghost cars being able to toggle them.
Yep.
Toggle car on and off. That's great.
Yep.
The freaking part switching.
Part swapping
amazing.
Is great.
That's so good.
And they're making it easier to get legendaries, so that's awesome too.
Easier to get legendaries. That is huge.
That's huge. I just can't. I mean, I feel like they almost owe us a little bit because they're expecting us to get a full set of drag parts with only 2 drag races in the entire game.
That's also true.
So I'm not sure how.
Although, hold on, I have a huge idea that just popped in my head when you mentioned drag racing. There might be more drag racing with the Hoonigan update. Because Hoonigan had a whole series on their YouTube channel of Hoonigan versus the world. And it was, you're in the Hoonicorn and you're drag racing. They were drag racing everything. F1 cars, race cars, other drag cars.
Yep.
So that could be a possibility. We might be getting more drag events.
This is true. This is true. Someone says something about resets. Hold on. Take away the reset they have now from the grand races to only resetting cars back on track. The resets are completely broken on the grand races right now. like just, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I featured it a couple times in my videos. It's I don't know. It's just so cheesy. And Goliath says cheaters. It's just so cheesy, dude. I mean, it almost feels bad doing it. That's why on this last video, I actually gave the place back to the guy because I was just like, oh my god, I just felt bad. I felt bad doing it. Gold parts are both reading that. Gold parts are pretty much useless if you can't use them on PvPs. This is somewhat true, but I think the summits are exactly the reason you need gold parts, and summits are also exactly the reason you're going to play the game long term. So I feel like it's okay. Like the whole legendary parts thing is a long term playing the game type of strategy or type of feature. I want to say that's what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
It's a crew game. That's what they do. They're not a PvP racing game. They're this huge, like, well, I guess technically it is PvP, but it's all, their whole formula is like the summits, the weekly competition.
Yes. Yep. The double resets are too OP, according to Goliath.
Yeah, they are, dude.
They are.
They're very OP. There's a couple different routes where it's like, see you later, guys.
Yep, bye-bye. You just teleport in front of the person that's, 50, 100 yards in front of you. It's pretty wild. It's just, they need to address that for sure. There's really no reason for it though. If you think about what actually happens when you do a double reset, like you reset just before the checkpoint, but your car still goes through it, so it gives it to you. And then it sets you back on the track before that checkpoint you just got. Then you reset again and it puts you forward like crazy. And it's, I don't know, it's so weird, dude. Like, it doesn't make sense that why doesn't it just reset you right where you are right there?
Well,
the second time, why doesn't it just reset you right where you are? You're already on the road. Just reset you again right there.
Yeah, I don't know why the second one does that.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe it's because you're back behind where the last checkpoint was. So maybe the game's trying to like bring you back or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something in the coding.
Yeah, definitely. Schmuck World, I know that is very true though. You do not need gold parts in order to get platinum in the summit, as long as you have a decent amount of skill. Purple parts are more than enough to do it. Yeah, Goliath says it's because he thinks it puts you a certain distance behind the last check, like the last checkpoint you didn't hit. So that's why it puts you forward technically, because you already hit that checkpoint, and so it's putting you behind the next checkpoint.
Right.
Did I play the chase and the hunt on the Crew 2 when it came out? I did not, but I did. I did play it, but it was on Xbox.
Yes.
So I don't have it on this account.
Yeah.
Also,
we did play it though, because I have both the I have all like the full
underglows. Yeah.
Underglows,
tire,
vanity stuff.
Yes, yes. Phantom wants to know if I said that the money grind was going to be easier. I don't think they've said anything about money, but I think the parts grind will be easier, like the legendary parts. They basically said that they are admitting, or at the very least they're acknowledging that the parts grind is a little too long. Triple resets.
I'm waiting for yeah, Simji's the guy that's gonna figure that one out, dude.
Simji for sure will find a way. He's the mad scientist. Oh, by the way, Goliath, congrats on the WR. Goliath and Simji got the double WR on Achieving Immortality, which is in the Lamborghini playlist. That's a solid run, dude. I mean, I watched it and it's like it's tough, dude. It's such a weirdly tough track. Like most of the track is easy, but then you have that stupid hard left-hander that's like there's not really a solid way to take that. It seemed like you guys decided to jump the bridge as opposed to taking it like the grass line through the tires, but either way, man, you guys got it.
I messaged Simji and I was like, nice job. It's a lot better driving with someone that can actually take a corner, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Me and Simji were running that a while ago. Oh, and Trigger. We were all three running it a while ago, and we were holding them back. Let's just say
that. For sure. It's really a funny story, actually, because I had WR on that track for a while, for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and it wasn't even a legit world record because Simji and I were working it together. We were slipstreaming like Goliath and him were. And and Simji didn't have the playlist unlocked yet. He didn't finish that playlist. So when we finished that race, his time got deleted. He won. He got the first place and got the WR. Yeah. And then his time got yeeted because he didn't have the playlist unlocked. And my time ended up being the world record. So I was like, oh, I got the fake world record for like, almost 2 weeks. That was great.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's like pretty hilarious.
It's like a 15 second. He literally dragged me from like the whole highway section. Just dragged me to the finish line. I just slipstreamed. Didn't give him any drag bump because I was too far away. I just slipstreamed all the way there. How about the ability to sell your cars? That is definitely not going to happen, Norman. The Crew series is a collection series, so it's yeah, it's definitely not gonna happen. You won't see that. Let's see.
Yeah, so
I was scrolling up the comments just to see if we missed anything.
Which steering settings do you have? Trigger runs default settings on his. I have mine set up a little different, but I don't have my game open, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I run default controller settings and steering settings.
For the what do you call it? For their article that came out though, that covered everything.
Yeah, that was it.
That covered all of it. We just have to wait for the patch notes that are going to be coming out with the update.
Yes, I'm actually, like I said, I'm gonna have a little bit of early access to it this weekend, and I'll be making some content that'll come out Tuesday for you guys. So that is where we stand. I can't really talk about it, but I will say that it does exist. Early access exists for certain insiders, and content will be coming.
Yes,
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm excited. I'm just excited. In general, I want to see new content. I want to see new cars. I'm sure we'll get that. I want to see new summits. It would be really nice. They haven't talked about the summit rewards yet, but it would be really nice if they did. I would love to see some new summit rewards, as opposed to like stuff that you could have gotten in the crew too.
Yeah, this whole summit reward, I own everything. So summit, I'm not getting anything out of this summit.
Yep, that's unfortunate, but
Yeah,
it is what it is. Now, there was a really random thought that just ran through my head, so we're gonna have to talk about it a little bit. I have
go
not
for it.
played Need for Speed Unbound for Volume 5 for the Speed Pass of Volume 5.
Me neither.
And I feel like it would be a disgrace to my channel if I did not finish that and get all of those rewards, because I've put hundreds of hours in the game. Hundreds of Need for Speed videos are on the channel, and I can't just like abandon it. So it's just a little like small feeling of guilt that just came over me. And also, I don't know why I just thought about that, but like I need to finish the Speed Pass.
Okay.
You're looking at like, I don't want to do that.
I'm just thinking like when are you planning on doing that?
I really don't know, dude, because Hoonigan, we've got this weekend is like early access Hoonigan, then we've got Hoonigan coming out on Wednesday or Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, I'm not sure. And so then it's like fresh new summit, new content, new stuff. It's like I have no idea, but I need to figure out a day.
How long do you think it'll take you to fill out that?
Maybe one day.
Think a day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I think
God.
so. I think with
people still play Need for Speed. I don't know.
I'll tell you this, Goliath. I have the ability to look at the analytics on the channel, and right now the views are split 50-50 between Need for Speed and Motorfest, like 50-50 in terms of like the last 30 days. Like from Heat, Need for Speed Heat is still getting views on the channel, and Unbound, and then Motorfest, it's split 50-50.
Yeah.
So I mean, I still have to kind of, I don't know.
Isn't that crazy that Heat is still going strong, dude?
It is crazy, but I don't know that it's that crazy. The game is fun. The game's fun. Like, I would go back and play the campaign today on stream. I would go back and do it because it's fun. It's actually a fun game to play.
It's true. It's kind of crazy how popular the game still is.
Yes. It is definitely the most popular modern Need for Speed Heat. But yeah, Goliath, I don't know why people care about it so much. I don't know that, yeah, Goliath, if you remember back when Heat was sort of new-ish, like let's say like month 3 or 4, and we weren't really getting the updates that everybody thought we were going to get, and then it kind of like came out that they were like abandoning it or giving it back to Criterion, or there was like some like weird stuff, it was just like the whole vibe around Heat just felt super weird. And then people started trashing the game and like, oh, it's a shitty game, it's trash, and like, you guys, I don't know why anyone's still playing this, and like I got all kinds of comments like that. And now today, everyone loves it. It's the best Need for Speed in a decade or whatever. Like, people are crowning it as being some achievement. And to be honest with you, it was a little bit lacking, but it was an awesome vibe. Like, to me, I just love the vibe. I like the handling. I like the vibe of the game. I like the cars. I like the customizations. Like, they did a great job. They just weren't able to finish the job. Like, if they could have put out maybe 2 or 3 really solid updates that fixed like all the map clipping issues and maybe rebalance the cars or introduced a few other different cars and maybe a matchmaking PvP, I mean, the game would have been good.
Yeah,
he's still getting comments on his old Heat videos from 2020, dude. I'm telling you, I still, my how to unlock ultimate parts video, that's my very first video for Need for Speed or for racing content. My very first racing content video still is getting thousands of views every month. That's how wild it is.
He is still better than Bug Bound. Yeah, Unbound got a got a bad reputation off
Really,
the rip.
like super early.
Before the game came out,
Bef-
people hated that game.
Yep, before it came
People
out.
just hated it before it even came out.
Not only did they hate it, they were mad at you if you liked it.
Yeah, dude. You're
Dude,
freaking Need for Speed fanboy.
speaking of being mad, I got called a baboon today in my comments.
Oh no.
Yeah, they watched my the new Vanities short that I put out. Just basically the purpose of that short is to show what the new Vanities are in the Motorfest store for the weekly reset. That's it. It's like a really simple concept. I'm reacting to them in a way that's like, it's coming from someone who didn't play the Crew 2 as much as the rest of the community. Like, I played it, I have a lot of hours in it, but I didn't earn all the vanities. I wasn't like playing every week for the summits and getting everything. I wasn't like super involved in it. I was very involved in Need for Speed. That being said, a lot of these vanities are new to me. So I'm pumped, dude. When I see the gold flake like tire smoke, I'm like, dude, this is sick. But I think not everybody in the community agrees with me. They think, oh, it's a repeat vanity and this idiot over here is spending money on stupid stuff and Ubisoft is gonna, I don't know. I got called a baboon.
I was gonna say, what was the comment, dude? I gotta find this.
You gotta just go into the comments and search baboon and you'll find it. Driver 7 says, my biggest issue with Need for Speed games is organizing races. I just want to join a lobby and race. Driving to the different spots and launching the races with the hopes of people joining gets old. Agreed.
This baboon is the reason why Ubisoft goes from bad to worse.
That's me, dude. Apparently, I'm a baboon. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Goliath is agreeing with Driver. I agree. I agree. I think they should allow you to just start a race. But then again, is Need for Speed a racing game? I mean, it is, but is it? I feel like Need for Speed is more of a customization and chill game. And then it has racing in it. I don't know. That's a tough take. That's a hard take.
Yeah. It's a racing game, dude. It's the Need for Speed, bro.
Yeah, okay. I had someone basically tell me that I should use my own content instead of playing a game on a gaming channel a while back. What does that even mean?
You should use your own content instead of playing a game. I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
He was right, bro. I don't know what you were doing.
Need for Speed The Run was the last Need for Speed game that was about fun racing in lobbies. I mean, didn't Payback have, like, you know, not playlist, but what do you call it? Like matchmaking? There we go. Goliath agrees with me, dude. It's a car game. It's a customization game that has racing in it. It's not necessarily a racing game. I mean, think about it, dude. What are link ups? That doesn't do anything. It has nothing to do with racing, and that's like a huge part of the game right now.
Yeah.
They told me that I shouldn't be making money from playing a game that someone created for people like us to play. Oh, that's stupid. So basically, all content creators should stop doing that.
Yep.
Payback had matchmaking speed lists. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was the last one that had, like, actual matchmaking. Had the most memorable races in The Run and Hot Pursuit 2010. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've just on the subject of going back to older games. I've went back and I've played some older games. I played a little bit, not a whole lot, but I did play Most Wanted 05, and I completely went through the whole Need for Speed Underground 2. Did that one on stream actually. And my general impression of the older games is that they're obviously, like, graphically they're not up to par, because at the time they came out, they were the best graphics, but doesn't compare to today's stuff. But that being said, it's just like I don't know, if you take those games and you put them out today with perfect graphics, like I feel like people would shit on those games. Like if it was a property that nobody knew, it was like a brand that nobody knew, they just put out Underground 2, but like with good graphics. Do you feel like that game would do good in today's world?
Today, Underground 2, mm, it it might, but I don't know. I feel like today everything's like open world and stuff, and I mean that game is like
Technically,
I don't know. How do you?
technically
Yeah, but
open
how do you?
world, but it's not.
Yeah, it's like
It's very
guided
limited.
world.
Yes, it's guided. It's very guided.
But I don't know. I mean, it might. It'd have to be with like today. Like obviously that game, it's the whole theme and everything is the era that it came out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's the crazy freaking like car show stuff,
Fast
like
and the Furious,
Fast and the
speakers,
Furious. Yeah, throwing the huge subs
amps.
and
Yes.
underglow and freaking this car's got hydraulics for some reason type
Yes.
deal.
This
So
car.
I mean,
You got a Supra with all 4 hydraulics.
yeah, dude.
I'm with you, Goliath.
So, I
I'm
don't
with
know.
you. I'm with you, man. I don't want to go back to the older games, and I think
Yeah.
them bringing even the rumor of a Most Wanted '05 remake, it scares me because I feel like it's just such a bad move for the franchise.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not down with like remakes. Just give us something new, man. Like
Yeah, I'm down.
I guess I think maybe their thought process is because every time they come out with something new, people are like, "Oh, why'd you change that? We liked it like
Yeah.
this. We like it." So they're like, "Fine, we'll just give you that again.
Yes.
Like, we'll just give you that."
I mean, it's the classic like Call of Duty thing, right? I mean, Call of Duty every year is the
Yeah.
same game. It's just
Literally,
like
this game is is Modern Warfare 2 just with new guns.
exactly. Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
original
It is
Modern
literally
Warfare
the
2.
original Modern Warfare 2 with new guns.
It's what it is.
It was crazy. People paid $70. I mean, I paid full price
I
for it.
paid, yeah, same. I'm having a great time. Though,
I agree. The nostalgia alone, I'm living off of it, dude.
I'm
And I
loving it,
can't
dude.
I
I'm
can't
not
shit
gonna
on the
lie.
game at all.
I'm not gonna lie at all. I love it.
It's really fun, dude. Honestly, I have not. I'll be honest. I have not had this much fun in Call of Duty. Probably for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like
I
honestly,
mean, we took a long break from playing, and then
not really. We played the last one, dude.
that's true. We did.
I even have gold
I
guns
mean-
in the like. I don't know.
Yeah, between the last one and this one though,
Yeah.
like we grinded that out a lot at the beginning, just playing it, and then we
Everyone
We
skips
stopped.
school. Dude,
and yes,
I
dude,
wasn't-
I know.
I was, oh my god, was I still in school? Modern Warfare 2. I think I was either in high school or I was just out of
I
high
don't know.
school.
That's when I met you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so I must have been in high school at that time. Most Wanted remake confirmed? No. It's definitely not confirmed. It's just a rumor at this point.
Yeah, it's a big rumor that they're doing that. I don't know.
Automotive guy says the Hoonatron is going to be included in Motorfest. That's pretty cool. I don't know where you got the information, but that's awesome. Maybe it was in that article. We just didn't see it. But it says he was in middle school back then. Yeah, you're younger than me.
Yeah, same.
You guys, I think you and Glad, they're probably in the same age.
Yeah, we're probably around the same
bracket.
age if he was in middle school. So was I.
Demonic Sniper's favorite racing game of all time is Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. I'd love to see that game with today's graphics. I think we're all victims, not victims. We're all like a little bit subjective towards the games that we love, right? There was a game that I played so much of that was so stupid. That was called Jet Moto. Like if anyone in chat knows what Jet Moto is, dude, it's legit. It's legit, dude. It's so old. I played Jet Moto, and it was like almost like a hovercraft, but like bike form. Like you were on a motor. You were on like a motorcycle, but like with no wheels, and you were like drive across. You guys can YouTube it. Anyway, it's called Jet Moto. It was so fun. I played so much of that back in the day, and it's literally probably the most boring arcade racer you can think of, but I would love to see it today. It's just crazy. That's the thing. Like, we love the games we love. You know, the ones we grew up with. And I think there is a market for a Most Wanted remake. I just don't think it's smart for the whole franchise. The Demonic Sniper knows the game. Let's go, dude.
I didn't play that one. I used to. Like,
dude, that's way before your time. I played that when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't know that one, dude.
Dude, I was maybe I was a little older than that. I don't know. I was like PlayStation 1.
I had a PlayStation 1.
Okay, so maybe you could have played it.
I didn't play that. I played a lot of Spyro and like Ratchet and Clank. But I had a GameCube, and I played the racing game. It was a Star Wars kart racing game. It was called Super Bombad Racing.
I did not play that.
Insanely fun.
The driver games are his favorite. That's why it's
Driver's fun. I played Driver a lot. Midnight Club. Midnight Club went hard. I remember Midnight Club. There used to be like this crazy freaking like minivan, dude. I don't know why I would always drive around in this minivan. That thing was sick.
I played Jet Moto. I played Hot Wheels. I played Mario Kart. I'm trying to think of all the old racers that were great. And then I started playing Gran Turismo, like Gran Turismo 1, the original Gran Turismo I played on PlayStation. I played Gran Turismo 2. I don't remember the games at all, dude. It's been way too long. But those were the first games that I really got into when it comes to racing. I've been playing racing games for a long time. I took a huge break. Call of Duty just ruined me for a decade. I played nothing but shooters for literally 10 years. And then I got into Left 4 Dead, and I played Left 4 Dead competitively for a while. And then, believe it or not, Left 4 Dead had like a competitive scene. I played Left 4 Dead competitively, like on a team. And then after that, I was just like all shooters, like Halo, Call of Duty, Destiny, like just shooters for 10 years.
Yep. Yeah, dude, Halo took me over, dude. As soon as I got an Xbox 360, got Halo 3. Oh my god, it's the only game I ever played.
I bought my 360 because of Halo 3. I was like, I really want to play that. I was on PlayStation 2, I think, at the time. Yeah, because I didn't own a PlayStation 3. I was on PlayStation 2, and I bought a 360 because I wanted to play Halo. Did I play Gears of War? Yep, I played through the Gears of War stuff. Yeah,
Gears of War is also really good.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Great game.
Although it's not my favorite. It's good. It's just not my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of that play style, that like duck and cover, roll, shotgun. It wasn't my thing. No,
the PvP in Gears of War is so fun. I really enjoyed it.
I believe that.
I had fun with it.
Halo 3 was the golden era of multiplayer games. I agree with that. Because that was Halo 3. Left 4 Dead came out right after that, which was a great multiplayer game. That's the first game that I got like really addicted to. Like, I played a lot, and I was very good at it. Midnight Club 3 is the best out of the entire series. I need to go back and play Midnight Club, dude. I don't remember playing it. Like, I'm pretty sure I played it, but I just can't remember it. That's a problem when you get a little older, is you just can't remember things. Like, dude, I know that this Call of Duty is like nothing but Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 maps, but I literally couldn't remember any of them. Like, there was only like 2 or 3 that I actually, while going through them, remembered the layout. Like, oh yeah, this map. But I couldn't even play that.
Midnight Club 3 was the one I played. It was Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. That's the one I had.
Dub Edition. I remember that.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I
remember the cover, dude. It's got the big wheels on them.
Yeah,
It's wild.
that game was great.
That game was. I don't remember the game, but I just
I don't
remember
remember.
the cover.
Yeah, I played that a lot. A lot of Midnight Club. Played Driver. I think Driver 1 and 2 I played.
Okay. I played Crazy Taxi. I played the hell out of Crazy Taxi. Twisted Metal. Jesus.
Twisted Metal, yeah. I didn't own Twisted Metal, but when I was younger, a kid down the street had Twisted Metal. I go to his house and play his PlayStation.
Yeah. Dude, one of my friends when I was growing up had a PlayStation 2, and he had it hacked. I don't know what that means exactly, but he had to use a little thing to prop the disc tray up. This might have been actually PlayStation 1. He had the disc tray popped up because it was on the top, and he had to hold like a kickstand, like you would do like on the hood of your car. He had to like prop it up because there's a button that it presses down whenever the lid closes. Anyway, you have to prop it up. You put in this disc that like the PlayStation reads this disc, and it's like it puts the PlayStation into like whatever, like this hacked mode, and then you take the disc out and you put, while it's running, you take the disc out and you put the copied disc in and leave the lid up and then run it. And you could run any game. You could literally just like go to Blockbuster, copy this game using your PC, and put it on like just a regular like whatever DVD, rewritable disc, and then put it in your PlayStation, and you just literally just copy every single game you rent. You go to Blockbusters, rent everything, and copy it all, and then you have every single game.
He was just burning.
He was burning all kinds of
dude.
games, dude. It was legit. He had this. Remember those CD case? I don't know if you remember the CD cases that are like this thick, and you open it, and it's like 4 on each page, and there's just CDs and he had this full of
CD
games,
book, dude.
Full of games. He had every PlayStation game there was.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. And I was like, can you get in trouble for that? I talked to my parents about it. Like, dude, you can get, it's like pirating. You can't do that. I was like, I don't know. It's not mine. I'm just going to play it. Vincent Nash says he had one of those, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go, dude. I don't even know what it's called or how he did it or what. I don't know. I just remember like thinking like, this is witchcraft, dude. I was like a freshman in high school. Like, dude, this is so cool.
Dude just running down to Blockbuster, bro.
Rent the game for $5 and he owns it.
That's great.
Absolutely crazy, dude. So stupid. Driver San Francisco is worth playing if you can find it. I could probably find it. I think you can pretty much find anything on the internet these days. I may have to collect a few viruses also, but I might be able to find it.
There's a totally legal and emulators and stuff you can find that'll work. Yeah,
totally legal. Dude, the pirating of PS1 games is just crazy, dude. I was back in high school.
Remember people used to sell DVDs, bro? Pirated DVDs.
Yeah, dude. I bought them at my work. We had this.
Of course, dude.
We had this guy. He would show up on Fridays, and he'd be like, "Okay, you guys want any movies?" And dude, I'm not even joking. The movies sometimes, not every time, sometimes they would be like he
like recorded them in the theater.
Yes, dude. He would bring. He would bring
those every once in a while.
He would bring like a bag, like a I don't know, maybe like his wife's purse or something like that, and he would have like a video camera in the bag, and he would just set it on the stairs, and so you could see like someone's leg and like the closing of the purse. And it was great, dude. I mean, watching like movies that are still currently in the theater on this bootleg DVD.
It's literally like somebody with a freaking tape recorder sitting in the movie theater.
Yes. Like, dude, movie theaters just didn't even catch it. It's hilarious.
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah, it's funny.
God, I said I feel like Motorfest just swept Need for Speed under the rug.
I think they did.
Yeah, they definitely did.
I think they did. Yeah. But
as soon as...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say, as soon as it came out, it just feels like everybody just dropped Need for Speed.
Yeah, I actually feel bad about it too, because I did have plans to keep going through the cars, but it's really hard as a content creator. It's very hard to um it's hard to keep playing the game that I don't necessarily want to play in order to make the content, especially when that content is not getting the views. Like, every time in the channel's history where I've switched games from, let's say, like a Need for Speed to the Crew 2, or like, you know, I don't know, in this case it's Unbound to Motorfest, but I've done a lot of different things. I've done like Apex, I've done a little bit of Destiny stuff in the beginning, and like every time you switch, it just kind of, I don't know, it never pans out. This switch from Unbound to Motorfest was like a light switch. It was like boom, and the channel was off again. It was off and running. Like the Unbound content was like slowly going down, and then boom, Motorfest content was fine. So it's very hard. It's very hard to go back, especially because I'm actually playing Motorfest. Like, I'm personally having fun playing it. I'm not really like interested in going back to play Unbound for anything.
Yeah, well, I think that's also due to, you know, the people that were playing Unbound are now playing Motorfest. So your audience was like, yes, this is what I'm playing now.
Right.
So they came back.
Right. I will say this though, I do still have comments coming from Unbound videos. I do still have comments coming from Need for Speed Heat videos, and so I do want to go back. I do plan to run a tournament on. I want to run a tournament on all three games, on Unbound, on Heat, and on Motorfest. I just haven't figured out the right format yet, but I want to run a big tournament, and I think I will have a sponsor for the tournament. I've already kind of got it lined up, so we'll have some cash prizes as well. I just don't have the format detailed yet. Once I figure that out, I'll for sure let you guys know. Oh, a Wreckfest live stream would be cool. Yeah, dude, Wreckfest was actually really fun. I didn't play it for very long. I played a little bit, and I had a great time playing it. I think I might have even done a stream on it. I'm not sure though.
I don't know. I did not play Wreckfest.
It was fun. It was really fun.
I think you and Teeter played it.
That makes sense.
I was not there for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Unbound was already sort of laying down in the coffin, and Motorfest just came through and just slammed the door down and pounded the nails in. I don't think, even if Motorfest hadn't launched, I think Unbound would have died anyway.
Yeah, it fell off fast. I mean, they just didn't provide anything with their updates. There's like, here's more stuff that doesn't matter, and nothing new to do.
Albert, you're welcome to send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. And my name on Instagram and Twitter are both at Militia Gaming Co, like CO. You're welcome to send me a DM there, or Discord. Also, in the link, or in the description of all the videos and this stream, there's social links there. You can find it there. Wreckfest was the game that I played for hours. Yeah, Wreckfest was fun, for sure. Can you view the Hoonigan, the trailer for Hoonigan in Motorfest? I would say yes. However, I don't have an overlay and a scene set up for this podcast stream, so I can't view it and like show everything that you've got on your screen right now. So I think what I'll do is when we're done here, I'll watch it and maybe do a breakdown or something.
Yeah, I didn't see the trailer in game yet.
Yeah, I think you have to load up the game and then click on the trailer.
Gotcha.
Something like that. Has anybody played with the new Summit car? The Jaguar. Besides, I know you have, Steven, but
Yeah.
I played a little bit with it, but I plan on doing some testing tonight. Maybe do a build video in the next day or so. They just show the Hoonatron? Okay, cool. Yeah, there's quite a few cars. I have a list of cars that I know for sure are going to be added. There's quite a few cars for sure.
The Hoonatron, that's the Audi, right? The electric Audi. Do you know, Mike?
I believe it is. Wait.
I think the Hoonatron's that electric Audi.
Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Let's see.
I was gonna say, I guess I can just Google it. Unitron, yeah. Yes, Audi Quattro, but it's a full like electric race car, dude.
Is that the? Yeah,
It's a S1, an Audi S1.
it is. It's an Audi S1 e-tron Quattro.
Thing's sick.
Yeah, that thing is cool. That thing is real cool. Do you think we're gonna get a volume 6 on Unbound given the state of the game is right now? Eddie, that's hard to say. Honestly, I didn't expect them to give us a volume 5. And volume 5 really wasn't a volume, it was just a new speed pass. So I guess the real question is, are we gonna get a new speed pass? And I would say maybe. It's a definite maybe, and I'll tell you why. My gut tells me no, but at the same time, they all of the content that they released for the full year, the first 4 volumes, all of that content was already in the game files. Like all of the stickers and the car designs, like all of that stuff was already there, and all they did was drip feed us for a whole year. So maybe they've already worked on some designs for those those turbofan wheels, and like maybe some new wraps, and maybe some I don't know, custom body kits or whatever. They basically only need one custom body kit that goes on one of the cars that's already in the game, and then there's your speed pass right there, and then a bunch of basically digital items, right? I mean, we're talking about graphics, really. So they pay a few graphic designers to make graphics for the wheels and stickers, and then maybe design the clothing, and that's it. So it's possible. I think it's possible that you get another speed pass, but I don't know. My gut tells me no.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one.
Auto Modelista, a racing game with cel-shaded graphics. I do not remember that. I'm probably old enough to have played it, but I do not remember it. I do not. What time is it? 10:23. You got anything else for us, Steven? Anything else you want to talk about?
I think we covered.
Well, we covered everything.
Trying to just think. Not really. Just hoping that the update, is nice. I hope it's nice.
Well,
and they provide us with some great summit rewards and stuff that actually makes you want to grind out the summits.
I'm 36, so I'm up there. Dude, that's more than halfway to 40. So I'm up there. What is the reward car for completing all the races and feats? Automotive guy, are you talking about... Is there a reward card for completing everything in the game? All the feats and all the side activities and all the playlists? I don't think I got a card for all the playlists.
Yeah, you get a card for each playlist, but I don't know if there's a full 100% complete, here's a car deal. No idea.
Yeah.
I know each playlist has their little challenge bar too. So when you finish all your challenges,
yeah,
what you get. But I don't know.
I don't think
is
there's
that a thing? Is there a reward for finishing everything?
No, I don't think there is. I could be wrong. Vincent Nash says I make him feel old. Chemical Romance is 49, Drivers 39, Two Guns is 42. Let's go, dude.
Oh, you said wait. Oh, for the summit. What is the reward card for completing all the races and feats?
Oh, I see.
For the summit.
It's the Jaguar. It's a E-type. What is it called? E-type.
That was
Like
last week's.
that was last week's summit. Yeah, there's no car for this week.
Well, wait, no, I think there is. I think this week's the Aston Martin Vanquish.
Yeah, but is that really a thing? Like you can buy that. I'm the Jaguar, the Temptation Edition Jaguar is exclusive to
Yeah, that was an
that
exclusive
summit.
one.
Like you can't buy that car. So
Right.
I was just wondering if anybody played with that yet. I've
Okay, I see,
messed
I see.
around with it a little bit, but oh my god,
Yeah.
Chemical Romance is a granddad times 7. 7 grandkids, bro.
Nice, dude.
Dang. That's awesome though. That's awesome. After having major, like my perspective on what's important has really shifted. Like I guess it's kind of like, oh duh, it's gonna shift. But like it definitely, like, it's shifted crazy, dude. Like what's important to me now is so much different than what was important to me like even just 5 years ago. Anthony Powell,
Nice.
38 from Cali. Let's go, dude.
Hey, I'm 26.
35 Demonic. Eric Robbins, 39. 54 with Nick Leverett. Let's go. And Stacy with the zipper mouth, dude. She's not saying. We'll just say this. She's younger than me.
Weirdo. I'm just kidding.
I didn't rob any cradles or anything like that. I'll just be honest. We won't say. He started early and his kids did too. Yes, if you're 49, you got 30, you got 7 grandkids. Definitely you guys were ready to have babies in your 20s for sure. Yeah, Vincent, I do. My little one is just turned 2 today. That changes priorities for sure, dude. I mean, it's unreal, the difference. Indrex's 33, 3 years younger. Oh, okay. I forget what age I am. I legit forget. I'm like, I'm 34, 35. No, I'm 36. When was I born? I don't know. I literally forgot. I stopped counting. Me and my wife don't really celebrate birthdays necessarily, like for each other. Obviously, we celebrate for the kid, but you know, for each other, we're not like, oh, get me this, or you know, like I want that. Like it's just not really a thing for us. It's just you know, we get a few texts from people, and it's like, oh, it's our birthday, and where do you want to eat for the night? You know, that's basically it.
That's how it goes over here too. It's like you wake up and it's
Thanks,
like, hey,
Vincent.
happy birthday. It's like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like, all right, what are we doing today?
Yep. It's like, what do you want to do today? Like, it's your birthday. Let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's like, go eat somewhere. You know.
Yep. What do you want to have for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Your choice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always like Mexican.
Yeah.
So, dude, give me a burrito.
Let's get some freaking Mexican food,
man.
dude.
All right, before we end this, I have to say, anyone living in Texas who's watching right now, God, can someone make some good Mexican food out here, dude? It's rough. It's rough, dude. It doesn't taste anything like California. I've tried everything in the area that I'm at, and I cannot find a Mexican food that has like California Mexican food.
Yeah, bro, it's Tex-Mex. It's Texas Mexican food,
I know, dude, and it's
they
just
put their
not
own
good.
little twist on it.
No, there's no twist. There's a problem. It's very bland. There's just no
That's
flavor.
The twist. You're eating bland Mexican food.
It's
That's
just
the twist.
like, how do you even manage to make bland Mexican food? I don't understand what's happening right now.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
But
yeah, California
anyway.
is where it's at for the Mexican food, though. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I know you're a little jealous. Sorry.
I am. I'm so jealous. Anyway, it looks like Two Guns had a birthday, or it's his birthday now. So
nice, dude.
congrats.
Happy
birthday to Two Guns. And thank you, Vincent Nash. I saw your congrats. Vincent Nash has come to Colorado. Dude, I want to go anywhere but here. I want something good. The food here is just so bad. And to be honest with you, I'm not like much of a barbecue guy. And I think that's what Texas does really, really well is barbecue. And I haven't eaten barbecue since I moved out here. So it's terrible.
Just not a big fan of barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's fine. It's just not something I look forward to. Like, I would much rather have Mexican food or pizza or burgers.
Okay, it's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, barbecue's fine. It's fine.
I'm just fat.
There's nothing
I like food.
Dude, honestly, me too.
Yo, I'm down with barbecue food. Barbecue is so good. Mexican is so good.
Listen,
Italian,
I'm
bro.
also
Let's
down.
go.
Listen, I'm also down. The problem is, I'm not looking for it. Like, I'm not like seeking it out. I'm not like, I don't wake up and I want barbecue today. You know?
Okay.
It's fine.
Gotcha.
It's just fine. It's just fine. I'm not a big steak person, that's for sure. I don't really like steak that much.
I don't ever like crave steak. You know what I mean? I like steak when I
Yeah.
eat steak. I'm like, damn, this is good. But I'm never like, man, I really want to get a steak. Like,
Yeah, dude.
can we get a steak for dinner?
Two Guns is on board, dude. Any food. He just wants food.
Yeah, dude. Just give me food, bro.
Give me food. Oh, dude, speaking of food, I gotta try this place out here. There's this gas station that sells the best burger that you've ever had.
Bro,
And
you gotta hit that up. What
I
are you
need to try.
doing?
It's in a gas station though. It makes me nervous.
Yeah, but I
makes me
mean,
nervous,
if
dude.
it's the best burger you've ever had, who cares, dude?
Yeah, okay.
What is it? It's probably like its own little restaurant thing inside the gas station, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
okay,
like a
that makes
I
sense.
don't know if it's a. I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, you gotta go
there's a
either
little
way and let me
sign.
know.
There's a little sign that's like, "Hey, burgers here," but I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I
I mean,
had
you're not just-
recently?
What's that?
You know what I had recently is steak and no, Shake Shack, not Steak and Shake. Shake Shack.
I don't think
And-
I've ever had Shake Shack.
No, I think it's mostly an East Coast thing, I think. Anyway, Shake Shack is fire, dude. It's so good. It was so
Yeah.
good. I could not believe how good it was. It's just burgers and fries, but it's very good. I mean, it's like, listen, In-N-Out is my top, right? In-N-Out for me is like the holy grail. I grew up in California. In-N-Out is by far the best like fast food burger. Shake Shack
Okay.
is more on the level of like a Chipotle, where it's like kind of like you go in and it's a little
Gotcha.
nicer environment. It's not so fast foody. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
really want to compare them, but I'm telling you, dude, if there was one nearby, I'd probably eat those two equally. Like I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
In-N-Out today, Shake Shack tomorrow. Like, dude, Shake Shack is bomb.
I think there's a Shake Shack in LA.
Is there one in
Pretty
LA?
sure.
No way.
I think there is. I think there's one in LA.
Oh,
do
Nick
a
Bates
quick little
says Shake
Google.
Shack is in Cali. It's great. I didn't know they moved to Cali. Anyway, I never had it in when I was living in California. I just had it when I visited my grandparents in North Carolina.
Oh, they got one even closer, dude, in Victoria Gardens.
Damn.
That's a lot closer than LA.
Yeah, Stacey said it is in Cali. Victoria Gardens, dude, that's like right down the highway.
Yeah, there's one in Victoria Gardens. There's
Oh
one in
my
Irvine. There's one at the
dude.
Irvine Spectrum Center or the
You-
Irvine Spectrum.
Let me tell you, dude, you need to go have that when you when you get a chance to just take a drive and go get a burger. Please go there. It's delicious.
Sure, dude. Yeah, I mean, next time I'm out at Victoria Gardens, that's where I'll eat.
There's one in
It's a
Milpitas
deal.
as well. Milpitas? Where's that? Two Guns is in North Carolina. Never heard of it. It's near Charlotte. Two Guns, just like a little bit north of Charlotte. In God, what's that city? Oh my God, why am I blanking on this city? Stacy, help me out. What's the city just north of Charlotte that we visited recently? Not Davidson, but the one right next to Davidson. God dang it! Why can't I think of that? Anyway,
Eric Robbins says Habit
Dude,
Burger.
Habit is
Burger's
fire.
pretty good.
yeah, Habit
Yeah, there's a
Burger
Habit
is
Burger.
fire.
There's one over here where I live. It's pretty good.
Oh, Milpitas is in the Bay Area.
It's in the
Davis.
Bay Area.
No, it's
Okay.
not. It's not David. It's not Davis. It's Oh, he's near. No, not Mooresville. What's south of Mooresville? God, why can't I think of this right now? It's the place where freaking Deutsche Auto is located. It's Oh my God! Someone pull up a map. What's just north of Charlotte? Anyway, it's literally just north of Charlotte. Two Guns. It's not Mooresville. It's south of that. We were just
North
up there.
It's south of Mooresville.
Yeah. It's
Whatever
right. It's
that
right
is.
by. It's right by Davidson.
Shake Shack.
Davidson College. Well, the Shake Shack's not by Davidson College, but it's in that area. Hunterville. Dang, it's not that either. It's
Stacy said Davis.
Cornelius. There you
Cornelius.
go. Cornelius. God,
It's in Cornelius.
my
dude.
brain is just terrible. Anyway, Two Guns, look it up, dude. Look it up on Google. Cornelius, Shake Shack, and Cornelius.
You're telling me you couldn't think of Cornelius, dude? It's such an obvious word to think of.
I couldn't think of it, dude. I don't know.
Cornelius, dude. What the?
I had Habit Burger once. They gave me the
That's
most
funny.
soggy, greasy burger. You know what?
Oh, no.
I have had that from Habit. It is a little bit, yeah, it is a little bit sketchy sometimes. But dude, Habit for the most part is fire. The onion rings are great. The fries are great. Burgers are good. Actually, what's really good at Habit, have you ever had the grilled chicken sandwich?
Nope.
Oh, dude, it is fire. Yeah, sorry, Two Guns. That took a little work, but we figured it out. By the way, it's a nice area up there. By the way, I'm about to backhand compliment this. I would never move there, but it is a nice area. It's way too crowded for me, like way too crowded. Eric, what about like Tyler? I'm in East Texas. So what about Tyler? What do you got for me Mexican food wise, Eric Robbins? Daniel Rice says I'm in Lubbock and we have none of this. Oh, dude, that sucks. Oh, that's right down the road. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Two Guns, you'll like it, dude. Shake Shack is phenomenal. Way too much
automotive
traffic.
guy. I think it's been determined. I don't know what your route is. It's probably fine. You said you got like 5,000 distance or something, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I think the furthest way to go is the route where like you jump onto the highway and take it up. I think that's where you're gonna get the most amount of score.
Yes. Yeah, automotive guy, if you can make that jump, like on the Summit guy, if you can make the jump onto the highway and just take the highway, you'll probably get like around 6,000 easily. I mean, I had kind of a busted run, ended up with 7,000.
Yeah, I had 7,000 too, and I crashed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're screwed, East Texas.
Damn, dude, I'm sorry. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. The food out here is so bad. Oh
So you're better
man.
off going for Cajun.
What's hilarious is like, there's like Facebook groups and stuff with all these different cities, like people in the that live in the city, they'll go onto these Facebook groups and like pretend that they're boards or whatever, and they'll just be like, oh, this food is really good, and I don't trust any of it because you guys grew up around here and you have terrible food. So
That's what Stacy just said. She burned him, dude. She said,
better
were you
question,
born
were you
and
born
raised
and
in
raised in
Texas?
Texas?
Because if so, you cannot recommend good food.
Dude, that's what I was just saying.
Damn, you guys are ruthless. I haven't been to Texas, so I don't know.
Dude, I can't trust anybody that was born and raised here because they just don't have good taste buds for some reason.
It's got to be the area you live, right? Like if you went down like to the more popular, like Austin or something, I'm sure there's fire food like down in Austin
or Dallas. Yeah, Dallas
or
is
Dallas.
closer.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's where all the good food's got to be. Is probably just where you live at.
Well, like there's a city that we drive. There's an In-N-Out in damn, I can't remember the city. I can't remember cities today. Anyway, there's an In-N-Out burger that's like maybe an hour and a half from us. That whole area is like freshly developed. It's outside Dallas, and it's all like freshly developed. And there's all kinds of like good stuff. They have a Cold Stone. They have like we don't have any ice cream out here, dude. I'm not even joking. We have no ice cream here. We have none.
Yeah.
We only have custard, and custard can fuck all the way off, dude. All the way off. Custard is not good.
Oh my god.
Rockwall, that's the other city. Yeah, there's an In-N-Out in Rockwall. But anyway, I don't know. It's just like we don't have ice cream out here, dude. We have to drive an hour and a half to get ice cream. Like why?
You're not a fan of custard.
I'm not a fan, dude. No. No. I found out how they make custard, and I'm just not down for that.
I don't know how they make custard.
You want me to tell you?
Sure.
Sorry, I was reading a comment. Someone said, "Oh no, I don't rock well in Rockwell." They make it with like way more eggs. Like to make the ice cream, it's more eggs, and because of that, it fucking melts instantly. You bring it outside, it is liquid right away. You cannot eat it with a spoon. You have to eat it with a straw. Yeah, so he's like, it's a lot of eggs. It is.
Damn. Stacy also called you a liar. She said
Okay.
you have Dairy Queen and a 30-minute drive to Baskin Robbins.
Okay, she's right. But we don't have any good ice cream. Like Dairy Queen is fine, but it's soft serve.
Bro,
It's
you
not
got 32
actual ice cream.
flavors. What are you talking about?
Are you Baskin Robbins is far, it's far enough away that we're not gonna like stop on halftime of the Laker game and go get Baskin Robbins. It's an hour drive to go there and back. We're not doing it.
No good ice cream, bro. You got 32 flavors to choose from, man. What the hell are you talking about?
Also, Dairy Queen is not actual ice cream. It's a soft serve. It's not like, you know, scoop. It's not Cold Stone. Basically, we don't have Cold Stone. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't have Cold Stone. But bro, you can't go wrong with a Blizzard.
It's wild, dude. It's 2 hours to Cold Stone.
Like if you're craving ice cream, you can't settle for a Blizzard.
Yeah, of course. But honestly, but if you want like, I guess the problem is like just good, like Cold Stone is by far like you get birthday cake remix from Cold Stone. It's like, okay, this tastes like a birthday cake. This is what I want. But we don't have, it's.
I will say that out of all the flavors, birthday cake ice cream is not the one that I would choose.
And why is that?
Because I don't know. I didn't really know people liked birthday cake flavor.
For ice cream though, dude, you get birthday cake ice cream, throw a little caramel in there. It's just
nah.
We're gonna have
like
to
like a chocolate or like a strawberry something.
Talking all this ice cream, I'm gonna have to take like an entire day off so that I can drive to In-N-Out and Cold Stone. It's a whole day. It's a day trip for us.
There you go.
That's true. We could get ice cream at Sonic. There's literally a Sonic in every corner. There's dude, the people out here love Sonic and they love Whataburger.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard you've told me about Whataburger.
Dude, okay. I'm about to maybe piss off some Texans right now. But dude, Whataburger is not even in the same universe as In-N-Out. Like not even close, dude. Like it's a completely, it is so subpar compared to In-N-Out. It's ridiculous. And I know there's people that disagree with that. There's a lot of people on the Whataburger side, but I believe they shouldn't even be compared. Like you shouldn't even put them in the same sentence. Whataburger is good. It's just not as good as In-N-Out. It's not even close. In-N-Out is so much more fresh than Whataburger.
Yeah. What I've seen from people that like Whataburger, when someone's like, I don't like this, they're like, oh, well, what'd you get? And they're like,
of course.
I got a Whataburger. And they're like, oh, well, that's why. You got to order this and this. And it's like, what do you mean?
How the fuck did this conversation turn to food? Look at dude Benji said. I'm trying to fight the state of Texas tonight. I'm sorry, Texas. There's a lot of good things here. There's a lot of good things here, but there's a lot of bad things also. There's good with the bad, I guess.
About the variety. Yeah, but is the variety good?
It's fine. Listen, good? It's not bad at all. I like it. It's fine. Whataburger is good. It's just not at all anywhere close to In-N-Out. Not even close. Like they're totally two different things. Whataburger puts mustard on everything. You cannot, if you order something from Whataburger, it's gonna have mustard on it. Even the cheesecake or whatever it's gonna have mustard on it, dude. Everything. And Vincent Nash says, don't apologize to Texas.
Texas deserves it.
Whataburger has mustard on everything. It is, sorry Texas, but get good. It is fine. And I like mustard and I like pickles and they're on everything. Then that's fine. But when I want like a really fresh, like Thousand Island on my burger, like just fresh burger and fresh vegetables, I'm going to In-N-Out because it's just so much better. I lived in California, I eat a lot of In-N-Out. I've never been to In-N-Out where the vegetables weren't crisp, dude. Just like you could taste the difference. The vegetables are cold, the meat is hot, and you can taste it when you put the burger in your mouth. Like it's phenomenal. Whataburger is a fast food restaurant. In my opinion, it's not even like, it's equal with like Carl's Jr. to me. That's Whataburger. It's like it's fine. It's good. It's just not. It's
I got you. I see what you're saying. It's like a lower quality fat. Like
there you
Burger
go. Look,
King. Yeah,
Burger King.
Stacey said it. Yep, there you go.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm fine with it.
In the same class as a Burger King. Yep.
It just doesn't belong in the same class as In-N-Out.
Gotcha.
It's frustrating though, because if you talk to anyone in Texas, they're like, no. Dude, Whataburger's way better. I'm like, okay.
The hell did you say about Whataburger?
Yeah. That's, it is what it is. The one thing that I think Whataburger has over In-N-Out is that it's open 24 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I wish In-N-Out was open 24 hours. Demonic Sniper says Burger King vomit, dude.
Yeah, they're not the greatest.
Automotive guy, exactly, dude. Cars, nah. We're gonna talk about food tonight, dude. Listen, food is a big thing.
We talked about cars.
We did. We did. All right, here we go. We got a car question.
Uh-oh.
Do we think the older Lancer Evo that's in Street 2 would make a good rally car in Motorfest? Yeah, I think it's a Evo 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's the Evo 6. It is not a good street car.
It's not a
good Street 2 car.
No. But if it was rallied out, maybe, yeah. They have an Evo 9 or an 8. A 9, I think. I think they have a 9 in the rally class.
I don't think it's an Evo. I think they just made it like a Lancer Rally edition.
I could never give up the freedoms of Texas, just find a better area than Tyler Longview area. Yeah, like I said, Eric, there's a lot of good things about Texas. And the one thing that's really good is, like, if you want to start a giant fire in your backyard and burn all of your furniture that you don't want anymore, your neighbors are not going to come over and say, what the fuck are you doing? They just won't. You can do whatever you want. You can bury your dead animals back there. You can burn your horses. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. It's your property, and no one's going to tell you anything, right? You do that shit in California, the cops will be called in a heartbeat. So I totally get it. It's like, there's a lot that's good about Texas, but food so far has not been one of them. The bugs, the humidity, all of that has not been great, but it is what it is, man. We can live out here on a decent wage, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're an hour away from Louisiana, known for amazing food. That's true. I'm not a huge Cajun person. Actually, that's not true. Every Cajun recipe or food that I've eaten has been amazing.
Yeah, Cajun food's pretty good.
Yeah, I like fried pickles and alligator and all that stuff. I'm a fan of Cajun.
Get a bowl of gumbo.
Five Guys is pretty good too. I don't like the fries, but Five Guys is good though. Are you still doing the wide body test? No, Nick, actually the wide body video came out and the vanity tires video will be out tomorrow. Two Guns says, pack it up and get out of there, bro. Yeah, dude, I wish I could, but unfortunately, you can't be a content creator and live in California because it's just too expensive there. So I had to live somewhere where it was a little cheaper. It's too expensive. I want Motorfest to add the Lotus Carlton. I don't even know what that looks like, to be honest.
I was just gonna say I have no idea what that is. Let me see.
No, I have not, Automotive Guy. I have not tried that. I love some homemade fries.
Oh,
Any
that thing's
chance?
sick.
Any chance LFA will be coming to the Crew Motorfest? Is there a new car request for players, like in GT? I don't know if it'll come. It might show up, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's not like we don't. It's not like they don't have the Toyota license. They don't have a Lexus license that I know of. So we will see. But you never know, Tom. You might see the LFA before before the game's done. It might take them a year or so to acquire that license, but it might.
Lexus should be easy to get. They already have Toyota.
Yeah, Eric's. I would love a list. If you're the Fort Worth area, Dallas Fort Worth area is big and much more of a hub for everything. So like any good food that we've had has been in that area. Not necessarily Fort Worth, but in Dallas or around Dallas.
I missed Auto. Did you talk to Automotive Guy about Beery? I missed that.
I guess no, he just asked me if I had it. I said no, I didn't.
Okay. Gotcha. Yes, Beery is delicious, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, you never had. I guess you just said no.
No, I've never had it.
Beery is really good. It's weird though. You gotta know what you're getting depending on where you go. Like if you go to like a common place, it's beef, but like if you go to like an authentic Mexican place, I think it's lamb or goat or something.
And I will say this about the Cheesecake Factory: everything I've had there from there has been good, and their menu is like 400 pages long. So shout out to them for being the most diverse kitchen ever. What about the Lamborghini STO? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm down with them adding whatever they want. And it's probably more likely you'll see cars from brands that they already have, because in these arcade games, like the licenses that they get from the manufacturers are really important. Like they have to shell out a ton of money to get these licenses to get the cars in the games. So once they have the license, they try to extend it for years to come, and then they slowly request for more models and things like that. But they got to pay for everything. Hennessy cars as well. Yeah, we just looked at a Hennessy car last stream, I think. What was that? That was the
dude, I have no idea. I forget, it was a really cool looking one.
It was like a hypercar-ish thing. I don't know. Anyway, I think I went too hard on Texas tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, Texas. Like I said, a lot of good things. Some things I don't really like, but it is what it is. The Venom, yeah, the Venom GT. That's the one we looked at. We looked at the Venom.
Gotcha.
They can't afford Subaru. I think Subaru said no, probably. I don't really know why, though. Doesn't make sense that Subaru would say no.
Yeah, the F5 Revolution. I just looked at that one. I think that was the one that we looked at last time.
Was it?
For
some reason, I thought it was the Venom. Don't mess with Texas. It honestly, it could be the area I'm into. It's not the whole state. Stacy's not sorry. It honestly could just be the area. Is Subaru Unbound? Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple Subarus.
Yes, there's a couple. They
like
were
actually
in Heat as well.
3.
Yeah, the BRZ, the 05,
yeah, the
or 04
Hawkeye STI, and the wagon.
Yeah.
Or hatchback.
The hatchback. Yep. Benji says, "I love this Texas slander." To be clear, though, it's not really about Texas. Mostly just maybe about this area. My experience of where I've been has not been
Yeah.
great. In
Experience
terms
where
of
he
food,
lives.
in terms of food mostly. And weather,
No,
honestly. The
no
weather
good food
sucks
where you
too.
live.
Honestly, the weather's not great.
Yeah, you get all kinds of weather issues where you're at,
Yeah,
man.
dude. Lightning storms all the time, thunder.
Knocking out your power.
Yeah, power issues, internet issues. Like it just, yeah, it was a little bit frustrating. Driver says Tyler's a bit of a drive-through town on the way to Dallas. I wish they would add the Trackhawk for ST2. That'd be awesome. I would love to see the Trackhawk.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
All right, I'm getting tired. Let's end it. We've been going
Sounds
for
good.
about 2 hours almost. Oh yeah, the bugs.
And the
Stacy
bugs.
couldn't let us finish the podcast without mentioning the bugs.
Couldn't finish the bugs.
The bugs are pretty bad out here too. Anyway, enough of this.
Yeah.
Texas. I should have put Texas in the title.
Just change it for when it's uploaded after.
Anyway, all right, guys.
Text.
Yep, we'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna have a stream on Friday. I am gonna be busy with the early access stuff, so I'm gonna be working on that. So no stream Friday. Thank you so much, Two Guns, and everybody else that hung out.
Thanks for hanging out.
Eric Robbins, shout out to you for if you have any suggestions, send them my way for food. And yeah, that is it. Definitely tune in to next Tuesday's stream. It'll be the first Hoonigan playlist. Hoonigan Summit. That's the word I was looking for. So Tuesday's stream is going to be great. A lot of new stuff. So anyway, that is it. Bye, guys.
Yep.